Did you meet with our bishops yet?
Ali se je torej srečal z našimi škofi?
Yes, we met with the archbishop.
Srečali smo se z
Yes,
našim škofom.
Some of this we talked about, not all of it. We didn't have that much time.
Tudi z našim škofom smo o tem govorili, nismo imeli veliko časa.
And it would be impolite if I talked too much.
Ne bi bilo kulturno, da pri njemu jaz preveč govorim.
But he had some wonderful things to say.
On je nekaj lepih, zelo čudovitih stvari tudi povedal sam.
We were very honest with him about battle.
Bili smo zelo iskreni z njim in govorili o bitki.
And then we talked about things back home that are working.
In potem smo seveda mu povedali o nekaj prijemih, ki doma pri nas delujejo.
Not everything's working.
Ne deluje vse.
But some things are working.
Ampak določeni prijemi, določene stvari delujejo.
I told him in our parish, my parish at home.
Rekel sem mu, da v naši župniji, v moji župniji
Kristus, in the last 27 years,
v zadnjih 27 letih,
we've had 30 men ordained just from our parish.
Samo v naši župniji imeli 30 men. 30 posvečenih mož.
And he was like, what?
In je pogledal in rekel, kaj prosim?
How did that happen?
Kako se je to zgodilo?
Just from your parish?
Samo v vaši župniji?
He said, yeah, just from our parish.
Samo v naši župniji.
So, and then I said, and then our parishioners, we have 850 families.
Torej v naši župniji imamo 850 družin.
And over 80% of all the people go to church every Sunday.
Več kot 80% ljudi gre v cerkev vsako nedeljo.
He said, what?
In je rekel, kaj prosim?
How does that happen?
Kako se je to zgodilo?
So it was a great opportunity to talk about how that happened.
Torej, in to je bila priložnost, da smo se lahko pogovarjali o tem, kako se je to zgodilo.
And we got in some very good conversation about reaching men and reaching young people.
In seveda smo se pogovarjali tudi o zelo dobrih stvareh, kako v bistvu priti do mož, ne, in kako priti do mladih ljudi. Kako nagovoriti može in kako nagovoriti mladih.
The first bishop, yeah.
Yeah,
Tony Amick.
Yeah.
So we're talking to Bishop Tony.
Govorili so z škofom Jamnikom.
And we said, one thing we said was,
ena od stvari, o kateri so se pogovarjali,
if I was the rector of the seminary,
če bi jaz bil v bistvu rektor semenišča,
one of the key questions I would ask,
bi ena od ključnih vprašanj, ki bi jih postavil,
how can I help these men,
kako lahko pomagam tem možem,
prepare for the cultural fight,
da se pripravijo na to kulturno bitko.
And one of the most important things they need to do,
in ena od najbolj pomembnih stvari, ki jih morajo storiti,
is to answer a question,
morajo odgovoriti na eno vprašanje.
Think of a young man who's 32 years old.
Pomislite na mladega moža, ki je star recimo 30-32 let.
He's married.
Je poročen.
2 little kids.
Ima 2 mala otroka.
He's got a job.
Ima službo.
Busy life.
Ima zelo, se pravi, tako, ja, zelo zaposlen.
He comes to church a few times a year.
In nekajkrat na leto pride v cerkev.
He's not converted.
Torej ni spreobrnjen.
He keeps the church at a distance.
In nekako drži cerkev daleč od sebe.
How can I get him into church?
Kako lahko njega spravim v cerkev?
How do we reach him?
Kako priti do njega?
If you can figure out
če ugotoviš, kako njega
how to get him to come to church,
če ugotoviš, kako njega nagovoriti in ga pripeljati,
and to give his life to Jesus,
da svoje življenje da Jezusu,
everybody else will come.
Vsi ostali bodo prišli.
That's the critical piece. How do we get someone like him?
Kako torej, to je kritično vprašanje, kako torej mladega zaposlenega moža spraviti v cerkev?
Our message,
torej sporočilo,
our method,
način,
how do we go get him?
Torej sporočilo, kakšno sporočilo imamo zanj, kako priti do njega
and his family,
in njegove družine?
How do we speak to his concerns?
Kako pravzaprav odgovorimo na njegove skrbi?
Right? It's a very critical question.
To je kritično.
There's lots of women in the church and that's great.
To je ključno vprašanje. Veste, v cerkvi je mnogo žena.
Ralph Martin always says that's because there's more women in heaven.
Ralph Martin vedno pravi, to je zato, ker je več žena v nebesih.
That's probably true, I don't know.
To je verjetno res, saj ne vem.
Right? And to be strategic and say, Bishop, you have to be free.
In moramo biti strateški in reči škofu, morate biti svobodni.
To say is the formation we're doing.
Sorry?
The formation of the
torej formacija mladih duhovnikov.
Is it going to prepare them?
Ali bo ta formacija mladih duhovnikov, moramo biti svobodni v presojanju, ali bo ta formacija mladih duhovnikov pripravila
to reach that young man,
pripravila te mlade ljudi, da lahko pridejo do takih.
Because he's probably the most difficult guy.
Zato ker ta mlad moški, ki ima družino in je zaposlen, do njega je najtežje priti.
To get interested in the life of the church.
Najtežje ga bo zainteresirati za cerkev, za življenje v cerkvi.
So, it was a good conversation.
Torej, to je bil dober pogovor.
He was like, Yeah,
Oči so se mu odprle.
we had a very good engagement.
Zelo dobro smo se razumeli.
So,
About the shift of generations, because young people now think and live very differently as we did, so we cannot apply our own models to them. We don't understand them, they don't understand us.
Torej, mladi ljudje nas ne razumejo, mi ne razumemo njih, ne moremo svojega modela obnašanja in razmišljanja aplicirati na njih danes.
We are quite old now as well.
yeah.
Smo tudi kar stari danes.
Yes. It's a complicated question.
To je precej komplicirano, se pravi težko vprašanje.
But I would say this.
Ampak rekel bi pa takole, odgovoril bi takole.
Like in the United States,
V ZDA,
the Center for Disease, the Surgeon General of the United States, Surgeon General is like the top doctor.
aha, se pravi, minister, se pravi, zdravstveni minister v ZDA
He just said 2 months ago,
je pred 2 meseci tole rekel.
the United States is experiencing
ZDA je sedaj izkuša
a crisis
krizo
of mental illness
mentalnih bolezni, se pravi
in young people.
psihičnih bolezni pri mladih ljudeh. To je kriza pri mladih ljudeh.
And one of the highest suicide rates in our history.
In najvišje število samomorov v zgodovini.
Why do I say that?
Zakaj o tem govorim?
Because they're broken,
Zato, ker so zlomljeni,
they're confused,
so zmedeni,
they're wounded,
so ranjeni
they're hurting,
in seveda jih
they're
trpijo.
looking for love in all the wrong places,
Iščejo ljubezen na napačnih mestih.
they're searching.
Iščejo.
That vulnerability is there.
In ta ranljivost,
They have very little stability.
v njih je ranljivost, so
There's a lot of noise in their life,
zelo malo stabilnosti je v njihovih življenjih, ampak
a
zelo
lot
veliko,
of action,
zelo veliko hrupa je v
but
njihovih
there's not a lot of
življenjih.
peace.
Ni pa veliko miru.
We do a lot of work with high school and college kids
Mi veliko delamo z srednješolci in študenti v Mišiji.
forming little support communities with them.
In ustvarjamo mala podporna skupnosti za njih.
And one of the things that's extremely powerful
In nekaj, kar je zelo močno,
is taking interest in them.
je to, da se v bistvu zanje zanimaš.
Who are you?
Kdo si ti?
You know? Build
Da
relationship.
preprosto vzpostaviš
Think about
odnos.
in your own life,
Pomisli v svojem življenju,
do I know any young people?
ali poznam kakšne mlade ljudi
Yeah. And begin to pray for them.
in začni moliti zanje.
And Lord, how can I
In sprašuj
show me
Gospoda,
how to love them?
Gospod, pokaži mi, kako naj jih danes ljubim.
And then to ask them about their
In
life.
potem preprosto vzpostaviti odnos z njimi in se zanimati za
Take
to,
the
kar je
baby steps of building a relationship and be interested in them.
Najprej hodi, se pravi, z otroškimi koraki, z malimi koraki v izgradnji odnosa z
Don't
njimi.
try to change them.
Ne poskušaj jih takoj nenadoma spremeniti.
And when the time is right,
In ko bo čas pravi,
ask them, can I share with you how I deal with those kinds of fears? How,
jih vprašaj, ali lahko s teboj morda podelim sedaj, ko smo že vzpostavili odnos, kako se jaz s temi stvarmi soočam.
many of them, trust me, will say yes.
Mnogo jih bo reklo, ja, verjemite.
And then you just witness.
In potem samo pričuj.
I can say, I remember when I was 20, in my 20s.
Jaz se recimo sam spomnim, kako je bilo, ko sem bil star 20 let.
My dad thought I spoke a foreign language.
Moj oče je mislil, da govorim tuji jezik.
People didn't understand me.
Ljudje me niso razumeli.
They said I was a wild ass.
Vedno so rekli, da sem bil divji osel.
I had crazy ideas.
Imel sem nove zamisli.
Stuff like that.
Take stvari so
But
se
older
dogajale.
people actually reached out to me.
Ampak veste, starejši ljudje so v bistvu vzpostavili stik z menoj.
Yeah. And got to know me.
In so me spoznali.
Some of them brought me to Notre Dame to a conference in 1978.
In nekateri so me na konferenco v Notre Dame odpeljali 1978 leta.
Where I got baptized in the Spirit.
Tam sem bil krščen v Svetem Duhu.
And almost everybody I was with was an older person.
In skoraj vsi, s katerimi sem se takrat družil, so bili
And a
starejši.
couple of those people had taken interest in me.
In nekaj teh ljudi se je resnično zanimalo zame. Kdo sem, kaj se z mano dogaja.
And I also think as charismatics, one of the things we have
In mislim, da ena od stvari, ki jih mi karizmatiki v karizmatični prenovi imamo,
in our tool chest
je, se pravi, v našem orodju,
is to be able to say in a conversation,
da lahko je to, da lahko v nekem pogovoru rečemo tako,
even with a young person,
celo z mladim človekom,
when they're talking about their struggles,
ko govorijo o svojih
their
težavah,
worries,
svojih skrbeh,
to say, I understand.
da rečemo takole,
And do you
razumem.
know what helps me?
Lahko jim rečemo takole, razumem te, ampak veš, kaj meni pomaga?
This may sound funny to you,
To bo mogoče tebi malo smešno,
but what has really helped me in my life
ampak
is
tisto, kar je meni resnično v mojem življenju pomagalo,
knowing the love of God.
je to, da poznam Božjo
and
ljubezen.
really experiencing God's presence.
In da resnično izkušam Božjo prisotnost.
You know, and then
Now,
share what that
emotions.
means
In potem z njimi podelite, kaj to
in
za vas
simple,
pomeni.
simple terms.
To so zelo preprosti izrazi.
And then say, would you like to know God? Would you like me to pray with you for what you're struggling with?
In potem lahko mlademu rečeš, ali želiš, da sedaj s teboj molim? za
You'll be
tisto, kar-
surprised how often they will say yes.
Ali lahko sedaj molim za tvoje težave in presenečeni boste, kako pogosto bodo rekli ja.
And then that's where God has to help.
In to je mesto, kjer mora v bistvu nastopiti Bog.
Lord, reveal your glory here.
Gospod, razodeni svojo slavo tukaj.
Come, Holy Spirit.
Pridi, Sveti Duh.
There's so many scared people out there.
Toliko je prestrašenih ljudi.
COVID-19 has just
COVID je
made life extremely difficult for people all over the world.
COVID je v bistvu naredil življenje težko za vse ljudi po vsem svetu.
There's a lot of hurting, frightened people.
Veliko je ljudi, ki so ranjeni in prestrašeni.
Yeah. And trying to meet them where they are.
In poskušamo jih srečati,
Looking
tam,
for
kjer
that
so.
little crack
In iščemo tisto malo razpoko,
when you can share how you receive consolation,
kjer ti lahko v bistvu podeliš njim,
what helps you,
kakšno tolažbo ti imaš v sebi.
and then trust that the Lord
In potem seveda zaupaj, da Gospod
will be present if you pray.
bo tam prisoten, dokolikor
Ja.
za to osebo moliš.
Yeah. I do think it's helpful, Father, too, to understand the mind of what's going on in the culture.
Mislim, da je zelo tudi pomembno, da razumemo, kaj se dogaja v kulturi, kaj je bistvo te kulture.
And we can talk about more of that later in the next talk. I
Yeah,
can
of
share a little
course.
bit about understanding that. But
Yeah.
that's
V naslednjem govoru bom malo več govoril o tem, da kako lahko razumemo to kulturo, ki se sedaj prebuja, ki nastopa zoper krščansko kulturo.
what does it feel like to you when you think about the idea that God's judgments are in the nations?
Kako se počutite, ko razmišljate o Božji sodbi nad narodi?
Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Ali se s tem strinjate, ali se ne strinjate s sodbo?
Jaz sem vprašanje. Bom kar v slovenščini, da imaš pogoje. Ravno to, ko ste govorili o tej Božji sodbi v narodih, a ne?
Exactly when you're talking about
Mene še
God's
večkrat
judgment.
nagovorilo, v bistvu, ko razmišljam o tem, o tej sodbi, a ne? Ta kolektivni duh mi ne gre dobro služi. A ne, ker konec koncev bomo mi posamezniki, a ne, tisti, ki smo odgovorni za sebe, za svoje življenje, da smo povezani z Bogom. Seveda smo odgovorni tudi za to, da približamo Boga drugim. Ampak, ok, to vemo. Ampak zdaj pa je to vprašanje. Torej, recimo, bom poenostavila, jaz sem pridna, on je pa poreden. Torej, a zdaj boš pa Bog kaznoval kar vse.
But now God will have his judgment on everybody.
Yeah, I would say the nature of the judgment.
Jaz mislim, da je narava te sodbe.
Remember, it's important to understand God's judgments are good.
Veste, treba si zapomniti, da je Božja sodba dobra.
Isaiah 26 says,
V Izaiji 26 piše,
when God's judgments are in the land
ko je Božja sodba prisotna v državi, v zemlji
and in the nations,
in med narodi,
men learn righteousness.
se možje naučijo pravičnosti.
God always extends his mercy,
Gospod vedno podeli svojo milost, razširi svojo
but
milost.
human beings reject his mercy.
Ampak ljudje, se pravi, zavrnejo to milost.
Sometimes whole nations do.
Včasih celi narodi zavrnejo milost od Boga.
And they resist God,
In se upirajo Bogu
and they experience the
in
consequences
potem seveda izkušajo
of
posledice
that resistance.
tega svojega upora.
Romans chapter 1.
Torej Rimljanom prvo poglavje.
Man suppresses the truth about God,
Torej zakrivajo, prikrivajo, umikajo resnico o Bogu
refusing to acknowledge God
in ne priznavajo Boga
and to give him thanks.
in da bi se mu zahvaljevali.
And then Paul says God gave them over.
In se pravi, Sveti Pavel pravi, Bog jih je prepustil.
He brings mercy, 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 and if people ignore the mercy, he has to give them a severe mercy.
No, če pravi takole, pravi, Bog jim je dajal milost na milost na milost in ukolikor so odklanjali milost, potem je morala priti resnejša milost nad njih.
And part of a severe mercy is giving people what they want.
In del te resnejše, v bistvu bolj stroge milosti, je, da Bog da ljudem tisto, kar hočejo.
So they come to feel the full consequences of what they're choosing.
Tako da lahko v celoti občutijo posledice tistega, za kar so se odločili.
So that it will be hard enough for their life
Tako da bo dovolj težko v njihovih življenjih,
that they may cry out for help.
tako da lahko potem kličejo Boga prej kličejo na pomoč Boga.
God's judgments come to remove
Božja sodba pride zato, da bi odstranila
all that hinders love.
tisto, kar v bistvu nasprotuje ljubezni.
We'll talk about that more later.
O tem bomo govorili malo kasneje.